Hello girls, good morning again, how are you? So this is the last day of this week. We will start chapter 13, lesson 1. Equivalent fractions, rename tenths and hundredths. Okay, so what we mean by tenths, what we mean by hundredths, by the way, it's tenths, okay? So what we mean by tenths? Tenths are all the fractions that is out of 10. And the hundredths is or the numbers that out of, or the fractions that out of 100. Okay, so equivalent fractions, we remember the equivalent fractions, the fractions that are equal to each other by multiplying a numerator and denominator. Do you remember, girls? Let's remember all together here. As you see in this model, we have hundredths. This one is divided into 100, so it will be out of 100 because we have 100 parts, okay? And this figure is divided into 10, so it will be out of 10, right? So I will shade some parts so I can show the numerator. So here, let's shade 1, 2, 3 parts, 4 parts, for example, okay? So I will shade until here, 4 parts. So I can show this fraction as 4 out of 10. Now, look at the hundredths. I just want to shade the same area, the same place, okay? Until here. So I will shade here. Here is 10. Here is 20. Here is 30. Here is 40. So my fraction here is 40 out of 100. Okay, now if I want to ask you, what is the equivalent fraction for 4 out of 10 in the hundredths? Or in the hundredths? Just look to the area, the same area here as I told you, then you will find it's 40 out of 100 or 40 hundredths. So the equivalent fraction 4 out of 10 is equal to 40 out of 100. This is using a model. Look at this. Here we have a number line. Look at this number line. As you see, this number line in green is divided into 10 parts. So I will number it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 here. To write it as a fraction, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and so on. And if we will look to the other number line here, it's divided into 100 parts. So here's 0, here's 0 out of 100, sorry, 1 out of 100, 10 of 100, this one 20 of 100, this one is 30, this one is 40, for sure it's 1 out of 100, okay? So if I want to see the equivalent fraction for the 3/10 is equal to what? Just go down and you will find that it's equal to 300. So 3 out of 10 or 3/10 is equal to 30 out of 100, right? So here using a model and number line. Let me show you here what we mean by equivalent fraction, and remember what is the equivalent fraction, then we will see how we will make an equivalent fractions in tenths and hundredths. You know that any number, I will multiply it with the numerator, I should multiply it with the denominator. And this is how, or the way how we find the equivalent fraction. How the 4 changed to 8, it's times 2. So we will go to the denominator and times 2, then we will get the answer. So we will just multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number to get the equivalent fraction. Let's move now to this fraction. Here we have tenths and here we have hundredths. The tenths are 8 out of 10, okay? And it's equal to which fraction out of 100? We will remember the rule. Anything you will do in the denominator, you should do it in the numerator, or any number you multiply with the denominator, you should multiply it with the numerator. So how the 10 changed into 100? It's just multiply 10, because 10 times 10 is 100. So I will go to the numerator and multiply it by 10. So it will be 80 out of 100, right? Let's see this one. 3 out of 10 equals what out of hundredths? I want to rename this fraction as hundredths. So the same thing. How the 10 changed into 100 is only times 10. So here we will multiply it by 10. So we will get 30 out of 100. So we will just multiply the numerator by the 10 because we are changing it to hundredths. Look at this example. 2/10. How the 2/10 change into hundredths? It's out of 100 for sure. Because I multiplied the denominator by 10, so I should multiply the numerator by 10. So it will be 20 out of hundredths, right? So this is the way how we change it, only to multiply the numerator by 10. That's it for today. See you next time.